Hello everyone. In this stream I would like to translate some interviews. There is a very famous YouTube channel. It's called Отдельность цивилизация. That means um, separate civilization. Let's translate it to make sure. Make sure about that. Okay. Separate civilization, yes. So it's a very big YouTube channel, Russian one, with almost 500,000 subscribers, like 412,000. And the guy here usually share a lot of interviews with the people like from the street, and he seems still doing that. So recently, like 4 days ago, he had a video here. So he talked about a lot of topics. So let me start. This topic, for example, he kind of ask people outside in the street. Hello, Justeri, nice to see you. So in this video, I will of course not put the sound here, but I hear what they are telling, and I will put like subtitles. Let's see, what are subtitles in English? Auto translate and English. So you may see the translator here, and at the same time I will also talk about that and what I think about that, because a lot of people they are not aware about how Russians live, like inside Russia, and how they think, how they act, what is influencing them. And these guys like interviewing random people, and he is not emphasizing on one opinion or another, but he's like generally showing people. So in this video he said like he asked people what would they like to see prohibited in Russia. So this guy, for example, said it will be good if they will prohibit some activities like activism. I mean, strange wish to want to prohibit the activism. I mean, activism is good. Some people they like to demand about something, and from this you can understand the mindset of people. Like maybe in a lot of TV shows, maybe they tell them that activism maybe it's bad, and maybe the guy thinks that the activism is really bad. For example, my wife was participating in some events, so she was like active. She was active for veganism, for as well for how to say, the uh, was like gathering plastic, etc. So to care about the environment, something like that. She was like activist in that as well. And usually like activism people do for good reasons, good things. I mean, it's not a bad thing, but maybe it's considered bad in Russia because like they are afraid when they see like a lot of people or someone active in the street. That means like they are like against the government or something. Maybe that's the reason why the guy like he wanted to prohibit the activism in Russia. It's really strange. So let's see this guy, old guy, what he would say. He said that what would you like to see to prohibit something new? And the man said like even the old thing we didn't like realize what what what's prohibited and what's not. Uh, so this guy talks about homosexuals. So this guy, like, he's asking, should we like prohibit this sex in Russia? For some reason, this guy said that yes. Strange. This woman said no. I mean, this guy is like serious and funny at the same time. Why, she said, people need to relax, to love each other. So he's kind of how to say, making fun of TV shows where they show that everything is coming from the West is bad or something like that, and he said, telling her, but it's coming from the West, it's bad, something like that. From Europe. Uh, so what? She said. She asked. She said that she doesn't think so. Is this a comedy? I would say like he's funny at the same time, but he has a goal from interviewing people. For example, he shows like why he showed people that wanted the activism to be prohibited. So he want to show to the world maybe that people think that the activism is bad. I mean, in a form of comedy. So he's kind of, maybe he's still in Russia, so he's kind of protecting himself from not being accused of something, and he is doing maybe this in form of comedy. And in the beginning, he writes something like a disclaimer that it's like just for fun, and it's I mean, it's not to harm or something like that. So he's something like that doing in a comedy form, maybe to protect himself. I mean, it would be great if you could do this weekly for all the Russian interviews throughout the week. Yeah, I can do that. I can do that because I mean, this guy. I mean, I've seen him a lot, and he's kind of. You can say that he's an activist as well, because he's asking people, recording, showing to the world, and he's asking very tricky questions, I would say, to understand what's going on. And he for sure, he's a young guy, and he knows what's going on in the country, and he's translating uh, what people think and how how they live. I mean, when you think, the way you think, the way you live, it's almost the same. So here is another thing also. Like, I mean, everything. Hello, Lindsay P, and hello Heather. Hello everyone. Nice to see you in this stream. I would like to translate some interviews, Russian interviews. So here also he kind of the girl. So the girl, she said, I would like them to prohibit the ice. So what does she mean? She means that maybe the place where she live, they don't clean the ice because people are falling, and so that shows the care, like if the government really care about people or not. I mean, so they should like clean this ice for people to not fall, because usually when it's very cold, it's a lot of ice in the street and people start falling, or at least usually they put the sand on the ice. So when they put the sand on the ice, people don't fall. But she said like, I would like to see the ice prohibited, like sarcasm or something like that. Yeah, she means that to have a good ways, clean, so people will not be not killed, but I mean, will not die in these streets, will not fall here. So here's like they are showing like old people barely walking, afraid to afraid to cross the street, and like the old woman like complaining that they didn't put the sand on. I mean, imagine like these old people crossing the streets, and like always people help helping them, and even he felt. Oh my god. So everything is okay? Do you hear me? The connection is good. You see everything? Check. I've been told that I have a delay also in my streams, but if there's a little delay, it's okay. I mean, maybe I because I use the program. Crazy. Hear you loud and clear. Cool. So this guy, it's like he said, like to prohibit the homosexual, but lesbian is okay. Crazy. Uh, as well, like here about, or when he asked him about the prohibit the sex, and he said like in the Soviet Union we didn't have these, and once the 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 Soviet Union collapsed, like everything were coming from America, from abroad. So he proposed to uh, like about what he thinks. I mean, such people who are, I mean, living there. There are such people. Maybe they don't use even maybe the internet. Maybe they, I don't know. He for sure in maybe a little town, a little village, and such people. They, I mean, they think so. Like, I mean, just like they thought maybe in the Soviet Union, maybe then they did change their mind, and they are not like in touch with the world, and they just I don't know. They never visited other countries. They don't know other languages. I mean, like, I mean, I feel them. They don't. They don't understand what's going on. How like to blame them for something. I mean, I feel sorry about them. So he's helping the woman to cross the street. This woman is very brave, I would say. He said that the previous year they prohibited a lot of things. This year also we need to have more prohibited things, because usually like in Russia they used to see a lot of prohibited things, like don't do that, don't do that. and it could be like, I mean, it's always spread everywhere. For example, to write something on the social media, people need to widen their horizon. Yes. Hello, Greg Hawkins. Nice to see you. So, what I was talking about? So something like in social media. For example, like recently, you don't have to say something. You don't have to write something or etc. For example, my wife, when we went to when we left Russia, she wrote a big a big post, because she was like she kind of consume a lot of content about from opposition, and she wrote a big post in her social media, like VK. It's the most famous social media in Russia. And in the end, like a lot of people like removed her from France. A lot of people didn't want to talk to her because of that. Because I mean, she just said the truth and what she think about everything, and she lost a lot of friends because of that. I mean, and after that, she kind of felt very like uncomfortable, and I don't know why, but after that, because the hate she get because of that, maybe she removed that big post that she wrote. I mean, and I mean, many times. Yeah, Heather. Yeah, not all the interviews. Yeah, I find this interesting because I watched it yesterday. Maybe a few ones, like two ones. So I think a lot of rural people in Russia would be devastated to know the truth about the world. Yeah, but you sometimes when you watch such interviews, you realize that they understand things. I mean, and I like this guy because he doesn't push on only one point of view. He doesn't show like uh, only negative people for like negative about the government, or only positive. He show everything. So he was shows both. He's like I don't know, realistic, not manipulating the opinion, the public opinion. So you may see in his interviews like people like worshipping the government. You might see in his interviews like people hating. I mean, he just translate what the reality. I mean, soccer game. Welcome, Angie. So what I was talking about. So this is about prohibiting. I mean, mm, okay, let me listen to her and keep. It's not depending on us. It's depending on the government. She said, because he said that he's kind of also like making fun. He said like maybe we had a lot of prohibition and we need more, maybe like for fun. He's saying that. Still testing positive, but feeling so much better. Thank you. Something else. Okay. So this, he said like, so if the government can't uh, I wouldn't say that it's similar to 1420, because I watched 1420 and he kind of he or she, or I think it's a guy. I think he kind of try to show only one side. So I mean, of course, like we all know that like there are like negative or people supporting or something like that. But I saw him like emphasizing in one side, and I feel that like when I see like someone emphasizing on one side, I feel that there is like something not that real. But this guy, he's like interviewing everyone, like, and you don't see him emphasizing only on one side. Show like general, but I mean, For me, it's I don't know. I like him better. Okay, so he said so we if they are not prohibiting, so we should help them, help the government, he said. And she said, why we should help them if they are not helping us, she said, this girl. So Texas on the horizon once you're in, maybe easier to claim asylum, don't know. Heather, may I ask you if you're okay. I don't know about Asylum, Texas. Today I'm just translating the interviews. And maybe if somebody claim for asylum, so they have to cross the border of Mexico and stay in the detention center. I don't know. Anyway, she said about she wish that they add the improved salaries. He said prohibited the salary or what? Okay. She's a bit lost. So here also he's like making fun. He said like maybe we should prohibit BMW and other cars from not from unfriendly countries. Let's see what this guy will say. He said it's okay. I mean, let them ride. Let people use the cars. So here he said like, what do you propose to ride our cars with the same prices? Because really like the Russian cars, they may have like troubles. They are not that they are not that good like BMW and Mercedes and like the best cars in the world, but they are with the same price. So he said like, what do you want? Like you want because this guy he acted like he support everything, but he's kind of always making it in comedy form, in sarcastic form. He said, can you afford for yourself for 2 million ruble like simple Zhiguli like this one Russian car? This guy he said that it's good if they will make the pension for politicians the same like the pension of regular people, because usually it's well known in Russia that the salary of politicians is so high, like I mean 10 times higher than regular people or 20 times the regular people. I mean uh, you can check it out, salary of any Russian politician, and you see like their salary is like I mean $10,000 a month or something like that. I mean it's a lot. I mean when I get to know that, I was like surprised. I mean like the leaders of the how to say the regions, etc., so their salary is very high. It's crazy high, and they are like just sitting, just writing laws, and not no I mean not that hard work they do. So and people who do the hardest work in Russia, I mean they get paid like very low amount, and like the regular amount they like set it that recently it's about $200, maybe like that, even less, a little bit like the minimum, like the wage or how they call it. but that $200 can't even like barely can you can rent an apartment with it. It's not a lot in Russia. Ah, yeah. It's like in all the world, politicians are way overpaid. Need to change that. Yeah, I mean, they not only are paid more, they also run businesses. I mean, they are run big business. I don't know about other countries, but in Russia, usually each one of those like big politicians, they run a lot of businesses. I mean, and their business bring them way more than their salary. I mean, I think they can even live without the salary because their business bringing them like billions, like millions. I mean, and they are controlling everything, all the resources and everything. I mean, it's a lot. Yeah, taxes are very high. Is there a lot of resentment from the average Russian about the high salary that officials are getting? A lot of resentment. What is a resentment? Just explain what is a resentment. I have here. Okay. Resentment. Like that. Yeah. So of course, look at him. Like he's like not that happy about that. I mean, he said like. Those high salaries are meant to keep them for even thinking about corruption. Ah. Maybe the law can prohibit them for thinking about corruption and the punishment. That should what should not let them think about the corruption, not to make them even paid much more. Like I mean, usually in Russia they said like that. They excuse that. Yeah, we like they usually they say like the politicians are paid a lot because nobody we need to keep them. Like they say like it's hard work, etc., and we need to keep them, and we don't have another choice. And you know, now that aren't required to tell their come to the public. Ah, and now they are not required to tell their income to the public. Yeah, before they were required. So now they can get paid even more. They also need to limit on how many can work for them. Yeah, I mean, I always like I don't know. I heard somewhere that politicians don't have the right to run businesses. I think like if they are already paid that much, but I don't know about that. But they can. I mean, if they were like limited to run business, maybe, but they are not limited to run business, so their salaries are still big, huge. This is what I know about Russia. I don't know about others. It's an anger or envy. Oh, yeah, I understand that. So, yeah, they talk often about that. I mean, and it's usually like, I mean, accepted by people. I don't know about Texas. I don't know about Asylum. I don't know. I already like talked about that in previous videos, and now we are looking just for a country about or to spend some time in, and then we will see. It's hard to think about that. And of course, politicians need to travel first class of these planes so that they arrive to their important meeting while arrested. Yeah, that's what's happening. Those are old people. he's asking if her dogs are spies, and she's like, "Wow, no, it's not spy." I mean, it's still like the old people. They are freaked out. So he asked her what she would prohibit in the country. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I mean, she's even afraid to reply. I mean, a lot of usually when they are interviewed, like, I mean, that's what should be shown, or that's what should be emphasized too when people showing interviews. I mean, uh, like 12, 14, or how the channel is called. So that what they don't emphasize such things. So when people usually ask, I don't know about 14, 20, I don't know. I don't know, watch a lot of videos from that channel, but I mean, uh, they don't show maybe like how people are freaked out to answer a political question. So even like it's like very little political question, or even if that's not satisfying. I mean, it was a rumor once, like that. I don't know if it was a rumor or not, or law. I don't remember. Anyway, it was like when I lived there. So it was a rumor that you don't have the right to talk about the rise of the prices. If you talk about the rise of the prices, we will be punished. Like I don't know if that was like a rumor or a fake or something like that, or really it was a law. I don't remember, but I mean, like, so people were afraid to talk about that the prices rised, and it's like clear thing, it's a fact. Um, and she also like was asked about prohibiting. So prohibiting is also related somehow to politics. So what to prohibit, what to not let other people do, and she ran from him. She was afraid that she heard the word spy, and then she was freaked out. She just left. I mean, pension seems to be 300 a month or less. How can they get by? Relatives are usually the only answer. Yeah, 300 a month, and I mean, I know what country you talk about, but in Russia there are some people who has like even less pension than that. For example, I've got a message about my mother because I was using my email to help her in her account, like electronic account. There's like a website where everyone has his web page called Gososlugi. Like Gososlugi is government services or something like that. So it's a website. So, and I linked that to my email, and I get recently an email to my Gmail that my mother can come back to Russia. She's in Algeria now. That she can come back to Russia and get her pension about $100 a month. That's what they sent her, because before she applied for the pension, they refused her because she lived a long time in Algeria, and now it's kind of, I don't know, they get the message I told her, and she said I will try to go to the embassy or consulate, or how to call it, like to in Algeria, to ask if it's possible to do it from Algeria and to get at least that money. So $100 they proposed for her. Has said that only about 30 people agreed to the interview. You see, even like 1420, he said that 30 people agreed to the interview. So most people, I mean, are even afraid to be interviewed. I mean, yeah. So it's good that he said that. I watched a lot of 14 videos, and they do show that most people don't want to answer political questions. So it's good. It's good. I mean, maybe. I mean, I told you I don't watch a lot, so It's good that he's showing that and he's telling about that. That means a lot. I mean, it's good. I think it should be very telling that so many people don't want to say what they think. Yeah, or afraid to say it and or avoid to say it to not have troubles. If people are against the war, may not do interview. If people are against the war, may not do the interview. Yeah. So if 30% of people, only 30% accept, that means 70% are against the war. That means more people are against the war than who support it. That means, like, if like propaganda is telling like 80% are supporting, and like a lot of I don't know, other mass media, they say like most Russian are supporting. So that's not true. So if like 30% don't want and 30% that are against, maybe it's really that like most people are against, but they can do nothing about that. Maybe that's the reason. Yes, there are so many 1420 that say I am apolitical or I am neutral. Yes, they say that not because they are really apolitical, because they prefer to not have trouble. They don't know. They know the consequences. They know. Or I don't understand politics and leave it to those who understand it. Yeah, you see, I mean, people are afraid. What are you supposed to buy for 100 a month? Yeah, so $100, like 7,000 rubles. It's like about $100 per a month. And my mother, I mean, just left because they even refused to give her the pension, just because she lived in Algeria for 20 days, 20 years, and then she come back. I mean, and then she left again. I mean, I'm glad that she's in Algeria because I wouldn't like even leave Russia if my mother was still there. No matter what. And there are a lot of people that they are not leaving because their families, they care about them, and because I was helping my mother, and she wasn't like leaving, very good. Thank you, Land Plenty, for the support. Hope all is well with you and your family. Thank you very much, Lando Plenty. So I was the reason why she left to Algeria. I told her, like, I mean, she had loan. She had a loan because and she took the loan because she was very sick and she needed for an operation for her health, and she had to pay like a lot of, because usually when you take a loan in Russia, it's a lot. You have to pay like 20% every year, and from the other left that you need to come back another 20%, and it turns not like 20% for all the sum that you take, but 20% from each like money left to you, and it turns 100%, 200%. People, when they take loan, they don't understand the math, and they think 20% a year. They think 20% is maybe like, they think they take, for example, 100. Let's suppose 100,000 ruble, and they come back. They give to the bank back 120,000. But that's not the case. They give 100. They give 120 the first year. Back, or 20 like percent the first year. Then at the same time they will pay the loan back, like the 100, and it will be reduced a little bit, and they will turn paying to the bank like for years, like many years, because they set them in the month to pay a little bit to cover that loan. So they pay the percent like the 20% plus they pay a little bit from the so let's suppose that like you take 100 a year, you have to return to the bank 20 in 1 year, plus you have to pay the bank whatever you can afford to pay. Like let's suppose during all the year you pay that 10, so 90 will be left, and the next year you will have to you own the bank 90 plus 20% from 90, and it will be like, I don't know, 7 years, 10 years for life. You will have to return the money. That's why I had but if you cover it directly, like you pay everything, so it will be like closed, and that's it. But if you will pay it like monthly, it will be like I said. So I paid all her loan, like was about $1,000. I paid for her, and I told her just leave. I mean, she because the only thing that kept her in Russia, that was the loan, and I just paid for all the loan, and she has no loan, and she left. That's what happened. He lived on 300 a month, and that was average for his area. Yes, even if you owned your own place, it would be hard to pay for food and utilities. Yes. Anyway, let's continue. So he said maybe we have to prohibit YouTube again. The sex. But the guy, he said, I hope and look at his eyes. Maybe, I mean, he's answering, and his eyes, like he's afraid somebody will hear him. I mean, look at him. Like he said, I wish the company of gas and the water and everything will work better. And the road also, to have better road. Can you comment Ekaterina Shulman as political scientist? She touches interesting topics. Now she seems to be labeled foreign agent. Who are those 1 million people? But the foreigner agent, I would say, I think, I don't know if she is labeled, Shulman, she is not labeled. So the foreigner agent, it's not a label. This is not only a label. Yes, it's all a label. Yeah, I agree. But also it's something official. So in case you create content that oppose the government, so you have to register as a foreigner agent, and I think she is registered as a foreigner agent. So everything she say, and she write in the beginning, like they have like special sentence to write in the beginning of the video. They have to write that sentence everywhere, like I am a foreign agent, and I have to, I don't know, to not everything I say is like it's correct. I don't remember the phrase, but I mean it's a special phrase. You know, okay, maybe I'll find it right away here in the pictures. It's a special phrase they have to put on each of this one. Okay, this one. So this one they should put in each of their video. They should write this message. It's a material created and shared from a foreign agent, mass media that's considered a foreigner agent, or jurisdictic Russian like face doing having the role of foreigner agent. And like the word, like look how many times they have to mention the word foreign agent. And the word already, like foreign agent, it was like, I mean, before in the Soviet Union, and I mean, people are like used to hear the word agent like a spy, or like, I mean, like the guy that want to make harm. So, and these people who are anyhow, they are opposing, so they have to put that message, and they are kind of registered. So if they have to put that message, so they are like, I mean, they are respecting some rules of the government they are opposing. That means they can say in their material only what allowed, maybe, for them to say. I mean, it's something weird. That's why, I mean, I don't watch such people. I mean, I don't, because I know there is like a term or something called the fake opposition. So I don't know. Good life. Okay. I find my house when a Russian Evan. 30 years mortgage are common in US. Okay. She realized videos in Russian. Are people watching from inside Russia? I'm wondering. So people can turn it off before they say. Get it trouble. Yeah. So they will see this message and they are like, I mean, oh my god, it's from the foreign agent. Oh my god, I mean, I better turn off the hell of this. I mean, I better don't watch it, or I will have trouble. Yeah, so crazy. Anyway, everything is okay. Roman usually has a disclaimer at the start of his videos. Roman. You mean Roman, the guy I share his videos? This one is Roman. He has some disclaimer, but I don't know. Let's check what disclaimer he has. It was like very fast. And he put it very smart, that disclaimer, like in second, like disappear very fast. Like I saw others like this Yekaterina Shulman. I show her putting that message, but that message was like kind of how to say, that message wasn't that disappearing that much, that quick, most of them. Okay, bye. And FKR's channel also put that? Ah, interesting. This one is not putting that message. He's putting another message. Because he's, I think, protecting himself by the comedy. Like, I'm a comedy man, and like I'm doing only comedy here. I mean, making fun. So this video is just for entertaining. Everything said in the video has like it's a subjective opinion. I don't call anyone to do anything. Like and all the people are coming from like how to say, they are not true. If you see that something you meet some people, so that means that are like by coincidence there, something like that. So he's like kind of very smart guy, protecting himself. I mean, old VH movie. Okay. He said we have to prohibit. Thank you, Lando Plenty, for the memberships. Okay, he said like let's prohibit the foreigner cars, and he's talking like with the sarcasm, like he's making fun. Wait, why it's not? I don't see subtitles here. So she said like if we compare foreign cars to our cars, so of course like the foreigner cars are much better. Okay, this guy, for example, is talking about, I mean, so, and how to say, like so simple thing. He's saying why they call an instrument Bolgarka. So there is like a special instrument in Russia. They call it Bolgarka. That means you. Oh, I am the foreigner agent. I have many languages here. Bolgarka. Okay, it's this one, this thing. Oh, so this thing to cut the I don't know, the iron cables or something like that, to cut something metallic. So this one is called like Bolgarka, and it's coming from the word Bulgaria. I don't know why they call it Bulgarka. So he said why they are calling this Bulgarka, like why it's Bulgarian, why we don't give it our own name like in Russian. He said it's from Bulgaria or what? Yeah, this Bulgarka has another name. Usually they call it otherwise. He said it's from Bulgaria or what? People from Bulgaria like come up with this instrument or what? And he's like making fun. If it was like this instrument, it was made in US. That means it should be called Amerikanka. He's joking. He said, I don't know. He's talking about Chinese proverb. So let's see. What's it say? These deputies who made the law, they have served their time. Yeah. So a lot of people that they say like that. Somebody said if people are not satisfied or not, I forget the word. So recitement, yes, they have recitement. So a lot of people, I mean, they say a lot of people they say the similar thing he's saying now. So let those politicians, when they finish their work or their service, so let them become simple people and live with those laws. This is like the guy said. I mean, like sometimes like even like people, random people in the street, and I mean, maybe you look at them, you don't, you may underestimate them, but in the end they say like very smart things. And he looks like he's a little bit drunk. So he said like they do better for them, not for people. If they will, I mean, they will know that after the service they will be regular citizens, so they will do better, and they will create better laws. Boy. Yeah. Yeah, he even like mentioned this like a quote from this guy. I don't know. I haven't been home. Okay. So he said again, like I quote again this good saying, said the guy. So if this deputy who apply the law or write the law and they finish the service, so let's them get out and live with the law they wrote, and have the same pension, that because usually those guys, when they finish serving in Russia, they have very high pension. So when they end their work, so they have very high pension. Even like they had a very good salary, and they have the high pension. So, but it was, if it was their pension like of regular people, or if they had to live with the same laws accepted by them, so they will think twice about making better laws, and they will think twice about doing what's better for the country and for people, etc. Yeah, he said only this way everything will be better. That's it. Okay. This. Okay. He said to prohibit the human right. She said why? He said it's coming from the West. Like the human right coming from the West. She said it will be like a monarchy or monarchy. How to call it? How to how to pronounce it? Monarchy. Monarchy. Oh. She said it will be a monarchy. You see? He has a lot of going on. Okay. And he said you're against the monarchy? Sometimes he meets very strange guys. So he said in Castrama, I don't know where is this Castrama. It's a place, I don't know, Castrama, let's see. Castrama. So the guy said that in Castrama people supported always the monarchy, and they will support the monarchy forever or something like that. Where is this Castrama? This is Castrama, Yaroslav. So it's in Russia, in the north, somewhere like not that far from Moscow, next to Yaroslav, next to Nizhny Novgorod. So he said like in Castrama people will always defend monarchy. I know, but sometimes like he find also drunk people and they say funny things. She said the people also have to have a voice. You see, I mean, this woman is like inside Russia, and it's the video was like 4 days ago, and she walked there, and I mean, still like there are people like they talk. They are like, I mean, not a lot of, not all of them are afraid to talk. She said, "You said that we have to help the government. So why you have to? What we have to help the government if we have to obey only one person, and we don't have the right, or I mean, we don't have any voice. Why they need that? Why we need that? It's called kind of something also old. It's called крепостное право. I don't know how to call it in English. It was like in the I don't know, in some centuries. So it's called serfdom. I don't know. It's serfdom. Let's see. It's kind of old law. They had like in ancient time. Yeah, this one. Maybe serfdom. She said it's called serfdom. Many feudalism. Okay, yeah, this one. This one was cancelled. So this was cancelled when I mean almost like people they didn't have any rights like before in what century, 17th century or something like that. Should we come back? Should we have that law again? He said. He said they promised to make the pensions higher, but they didn't make them higher. And the prices, I wish the prices would be better. Anyway. Crazy. I see. You see with your own eyes what this guy is telling. Making fun of the switchers. Anyway, I don't know how long we are streaming. 1 hour. So just check maybe another interview. Recently I created a video about not smiling Russians. So this is like somehow related to the smiles. First Algerian I've seen online. You mean me? Yeah. It's great. I am really enjoying these streams. I agree he is a lovely manner. Thank you. Okay, usually he has very long introductions. Let's see. Okay, he started again. Okay. So this is about what Russians say about the American smile. This is how he called the video. Why in US all people smile to each other? He asked. They are not doing that. I mean, sincerely, like fake. He said. It's kind of not a real smile. He said. He said it's clear. Okay. He said that their people are not open. They are not really smiling, but here we smile with soul, like from the soul, from the heart, you can say. Jeez. Sometimes I feel them, like you see them, some of them like sad. I have to finish it and take a break. Bye for now, everyone. Have a great night. Thank you, Lando Plenty. See you. Thank you for the support. So she said goodbye. Just goodbye. Once he told her about why they don't smile. I mean, some of them they are like they are, even if the question is not related to politics, they feel or they think that it's related to politics, and they kind of get afraid and just leave. She said that means they are like full and happy. They have enough money, enough food, enough everything. That's why they smile. Maybe they smoke. Maybe because they live very well, he said. He said, why you think so, that Americans live very well? He said, here nobody is smiling. He said a bad word. So what do we smile with? I don't know. Okay, let me wait. The subtitles is not working. So we just said like bad word about Americans and left. He kind of acting like he said like everything bad is from the West. The West is bad, something like that. Like they have bad habit. They smile to each other. She said, you see, he said like a simple thing. Why Americans don't? Why Americans smiles to each other? And she said, I don't know. I don't watch politics. How is this related to politics? Like, I mean, smile, politics. He said maybe they are very smart. They live good life. She said, I don't know anything about US. Why they are smiling? I mean, and most of them they have never been in US for sure. He said, why you are smiling? You're not from US. He said because the level of life they have better. So they know, I mean, maybe the word American is too political for them to discuss. Yeah, I mean, like once you say the American, I mean, they think he will talk about politics. He said that they kind of maybe they smoked something, and he agreed with him. Okay, they smile because they smile because they love life. Here also they smile. He said. Yeah. So I mean, she is smiling at least. I mean. He said, I also smile to everyone. Are you from US? He asked. No, I am from Russia. And he's making fun like it. All this smile thing is coming from the West. Kind of, I can't talk, he said. Who are you? Anyway, he's crazy. Political, maybe because we have been criticized in Russian media as being fake. Yeah. I smile because it would miserable to face each day being miserable. Yeah. Okay, at least he starts interviewing Young. Ah, they live in Kostroma, so he's like interviewing them in Kostroma. Because life is easier like that, she said. She said politics in Russia is to not smile. Everybody is sad. He said it's better than like fake smile. He said you are in the uh, black glasses like an American sheriff. In your experience, did you find that Russian people generally don't smile as much as in other countries, or it is a bit of a myth? I think it's a bit of a myth. It depends on people. There are like positive people, there are negative people. It depends. And you can watch my video about smiling. What I said that there. I mean, even in other countries, I didn't see like people just walking and smiling unless you talk to them or something like that. I mean, maybe there are a lot of sad people, maybe, or unhappy people, or people who are not satisfied with their life, or they can't afford for themselves to live a better life. That's what I saw in Russia. I mean, and such people, they can't. I mean, do much about politics and or change something. I mean, they are in such situation. I mean, hard situation. Okay. You know what? When an American meets someone, I don't know if that's true or not, but he said like Americans, when you ask them how are you, they don't care, they don't reply. And he asked how are you, but he replied, kind of. So people smile with for different reasons, he said. Studies have proven smiling is actually better for releasing chemicals that accurately make you feel better. Frown release bad chemicals. Yeah, of course, smiling is bad. Is bad. I am starting to. Smiling is good, and there are like there is a saying in Russian that say like if you make somebody laugh, that means you made him live longer. Like I mean, not about smiling, but about for laughing. But anyway, I mean, it's somehow related, and of course, smiling is better in most of the cultures. I don't walk around with a smile on my face, but when I catch someone's eyes as they pass, I smile and say hello, and they do so too. Oh, cool. He said, I don't know any. This guy said they smile because they have Biden. I don't know what he means. And we don't have Biden. He said in US not all people smile. Of course. Only Biden smile. Oh, he asked him, "How are you?" And he said, "I am fine." He said, "How you know foreigner words?" I actually do care how you are when I ask, but people generally just respond fine, thank you. Maybe I'll just start saying, I hope you are well. Okay. He said, I have high education, that's why I know English. I am engineer, electrician, engineer or something like that. They smile because they are welcoming. Uh, here, that means he means Russia. Smiling means you give a part of your soul, he said. Uh, so he means that like the same he's saying like the Russians smile only for real, and like Americans not for real. This is what they think because they have everything okay, if everything fine. She said maybe their like mentality that they like to smile their education. She doesn't. She doesn't know. He said, "I think there in US, very happy people, like they love life. So very loving life people are living in US." He said, "Do you smile often?" Very often. And what? Hello, Christina. He said, US, it's a colony, something like that. He said, because they are happy. He said they use the territory and they behind the scene they control all the world. He means Americans. They want to, to confuse us, but they will not do it. It will not happen to them. Like he's like making fun of usually of propaganda and of TV and TV. Like they can't win us, and we're like we are the winners. We are the, something like that. Yeah, long plenty left. Yeah. Although in the south I have had long conversation with cashier and no one really cares and gets to a impatient impatient. I didn't get it. Russian people are like not smiling. He said not that happy. Russian people are very how to say, they think a lot. They are very concentrated. I kind of agree with him. They always like analyze, and that's why when they are like so concentrate and thinking about things, and I mean, and somebody smile to them, they kind of can't smile back because it's hard for them. Because I mean, maybe they feel some weakness or something like that when they smile. Hello, everyone. Just come here. Didn't even know there was a live stream. Finished watching Sanctioned Ivan new video he made earlier today. Okay. From the question and just hello. I hope you are well. Okay, Sanctioned Ivan created a video not related at all about Russia or vlogs. I was surprised. Like, how about Mr. Beast? Interesting. He's telling some joke, some anecdote. Because they live better than us, she said. Because they live better than us. Because we have the lack of money. especially for retired people. That's why everybody said. She said like about a woman told her about Turkey. She was like in Turkey, and she said like everybody is smiling in Turkey. Everybody is welcoming. That's why I mean she said like here people are sad and are. I mean that's truth. I mean they. I mean it's hard sometimes. I mean sometimes I have like I don't know. I mean. Sometimes even for me like in such situation when we have like a lot of trouble and we weren't accepted here and it was hard for me to smile for example when I had like a lot of troubles I mean and even like now we don't know where to go and it's psychologically hard sometimes when people are always in such state of I don't know lack of money and I mean I kind of understand them. And she's explaining that. And like, she's old and she has like a very low pension and she barely can, I mean, eat and she save her money. And I mean, it's hard for her. Don't have enough money, she said. Only Moscow airport once, 1993. No one smiled at me. In fact, at the check and desk they said, not your face again. Go away, information not possible. But in the Soviet Union, it was even worse for people. They weren't allowed to say things. They weren't allowed to do things. I mean, it was much worse for them. That's why we need to smile. Nothing to smile for. The people walked by me, even no busy street Nevsky Prospect, as if you were invisible. Okay. It's life, he said. They live very well. Why you think so? Because they smile. Maybe they look at things easier. And now, for us, how we can smile, she said. He's also making fun. Like, poor Americans, they say sometimes poor Americans, they don't live that well. I mean, they mean they live much better. So, I mean, when they see a movie of Americans or something, they're like complaining about life or something like that, and they say like that poor Americans. I mean, they mean that they have such better life, like, and maybe that's true. Like, I mean, much better life, way better life than Russian people. What will happen to us? He said. What will happen to us? It's unknown what will happen to us. I think lots of big cities are like that. It's the same in Rome. People don't interact as much when there are many of them. Yeah. So yeah, you see like big cities. So the problem is not in Russian or not Russian. Like the big cities, people are busy, are doing that their stuff. I mean, they can't even like maybe you will tell them hello. They will tell me they will look at you and go, keep going because very busy life. Maybe like in little towns it's not that hard like in a big town you have to always to hurry to catch I don't know to save your time and you don't have like time to smile to everyone maybe to talk to everyone. I mean maybe it's like like I like the how to say the scene when I think in one movie of Edith Murphy so he when they go to America and they kind of get out and and they say, "Yeah, I'm in America," and like people in the street they tell them, "Oh, you," they swear at him. Uh, so it's a funny scene. Europe in general doesn't smile at each other when just walking. People are more private, but if you strike up a conversation, they are usually happy to talk. Cool. Yeah, I'm afraid to smile at people or say hello. Even here, I nod my head in acknowledgement if they happen to glance my way when passing by. I see. How to, what the face he said we have to make? Simple face. No, why do such face? What we have to smile or what? Simple. Like be real. Yeah, it's kind of making fun that all Russians walk like that. Yeah. I usually smile at people and joke about something and it turns out fine. Yeah, smiling of course is good. I don't know if you like this format of translating interviews. Uh, we can I can translate also political videos. For example, this one, like my wife, I told her to translate him together, and she said, so she's. I mean, it's hard to make her participate. So there is like very this very like opposition, and he's like making fun of politicians and of what's going on in Russia and a lot of things. Uh, Look, whoa, he has a lot of views. It's very funny. This one we can translate him as well. Uh, I will just translate a part of his speech, and maybe the next time I will make such stream about uh, translating op- Russian opposition. What the? Okay. So, for example, so he's showing people. Can you post a link to this video you are watching? Yeah. So this guy, uh, this one or the interview that I watched before. So this guy is showing, for example, like people who are outside in Russia and, for example, sometimes very old people who are pensions, who are retired and they don't have money and they go to the garbage and to find something to eat or to take in, and you can meet them. So just a man get to her and ask another woman there, another woman there. So a man kind of approached her and he said like you are adult and doing something weird. They gather those bottles, maybe they sell them to have some money for food. This is the thing. So and he kind of asks such people who are in such situation and they are gathering stuff from garbage and selling them, and he approached them and asked him if they love Putin or not. A person passing by may say hello and kind of blow me away. I wasn't expecting something. I quickly look in the direction and give greeting back. Cool. Toronto are very friendly people. Visitors might notice it and reflect on this very multicultural. Okay. Of course, I love Putin. So in such situation, you respect him. He's asking.
Конечно, люблю. А что, по мне разве не видно?
So this guy, he said, of course she loved him. She loves him. Isn't clear that I love him? I mean,
Понятно. А что б хотели ему сказать? Передадим.
he said, what would you say to Putin? That we will like pass to him. Maybe she believe that they are journalists or something like that.
Ну, Путину что бы хотели сказать?
What to say to him?
Хороший.
He's good, she said.
Понятно. А спецоперацию как поддерживаете?
He said, do you support the special operation?
А? Ну,
Which one?
войне, который сейчас идет. Поддерживаете?
She said, I support that. She said that her daughter went to Ukraine and she just disappeared, and she can't find her or find her son as well.
Ну, как считаете, там порядок наведут наши, нет? Ну, понятно. Ну, здесь все устраивает вас, да? Понятно.
He said, you are happy about everything here.
Да, меня
She said yes.
устраивает. Путина поддерживаю. И спецоперацию поддерживаю.
Mhm.
Почему?
So he say like he said that she supports Putin. She support the special operation. Why? Because
А чтобы он в Украине порядок навел.
to they like she support him to make order in Ukraine. I mean that's what how they told things. I mean,
Такой, как у нас. Бюджетнички убирают мусор.
yeah, like the same. And he said like these pensions, like old people cleaning the streets.
В Волгограде. Это потому, что туда 1-2 февраля собирается приехать Путин.
Yeah, because Putin wanted to go to that place.
А раз царь приезжает, надо бы прибраться.
Since the king is coming, that they need to clean.
Надо бы все подмести.
They need to clean everything. It happened like many times when like some politician come, they prepare everything, they fix the roads, everything. It's like something regular in Russia. I mean, they always get prepared for that one, and they complain, for example, about the roads that weren't fixed for years, but the roads were like the politician pass, maybe the Putin or Medvedev, or they are all fixed, so they complain about that.
Еще пироги, конечно, надо напечь для царя.
Okay.
Но этот царек, он не...
So this guy also, like, I mean, he's funny, and he also say cool things, like in a funny form and at the same time in realistic form.
проверенный
We need,
пирожок вкусить
they need to bake for him everything.
боится.
Yeah.
Новогодний бумер.
Yeah. So something like that. These ones, like these videos. Also, I would like to translate. Maybe with my wife, there are also other political stuff we can also translate, and it will be fun. I like your streams, Nusi. However, these images distract me from what you are talking about. I prefer you are front and center, talking about your content and only occasionally show video. Yeah, but I mean, it's a format of of hello Ree. It's a format of streams. I think more viewers would watch your streams, except for a lot of these. It's confusing to me. I don't know. I just show my reaction. Yeah, my reaction to videos. I think it's interesting for some people. Anyway, thank you very much for the support. Thank you very much for watching. See you in my next streams and videos. And I will try to maybe to learn how to do it like this. For example, like removing the screen sometimes, putting it back. But it would be like, I don't know, crazy. I don't know if there is such option where I can just put this like this and that one like that, like play with them. This is like, I know there are programs. There are programs where you can just click and it will like, I will appear and then the video will appear like oops, something like that. Hop. But it's the whole thing, so I just wanted to make everything in one place and not move it again and again. I can play with it, maybe bigger. Okay, thank you everybody for joining. YouTube auto translate often makes it gibberish, hard to figure out what they are saying. Yeah, because it may okay, special for you, like I will make it for the TV. So there are like sometimes why I read it may make mistakes. This translator, it can make mistakes, but sometimes I put it just to also remember some words or to know how to translate the word. So it's helpful for me as well. And when I see it doing a mistake, translating badly, I just translate in my own manner. Also, I can't also have a lot of lights because my family are sleeping, my wife and kid. If I turn on the light, we have like this window, and we have the balcony from the other side, and the light will go to them. The only way for me is to stream like this, but because I'm kind of hiding the place, what's behind me. But I think it's okay. It's not that bad. Okay, thank you very much for watching. See you in my next streams and videos, and goodbye. Thank you very much.